Welcome back to the Staples Center, and welcome back to Jimmy V Week on ESPN as we continue our commitment to the V Foundation for Cancer Research in tribute to Jim Valvano and his dream to defeat cancer. Second game of our NBA Friday night doubleheader, and at halftime, the Lakers leading the Heat 51-48. Hasn't been an easy one thus far for the Lakers. And hi again, everyone, with Mark and Jeff. Mike Breen with you. We'll check in with Doris Burke in just a moment. Fun first half to watch, and we know this is Kobe Bryant's team, but we also know that Pau Gasol is still undefeated since his return. They're 6-0 since he's been back from the hamstring.
Well, just an incredible basketball player. Talk about his size, his strength, ability, also agility. Great job of taking pressure off of Bryant. Fundamentally sound, the seal, the keeping the ball high. How about running the length of the floor? Put yourself in position to catch and then explode to the basket. Active hands, rebound. Then you want to play one-on-one against me, you're going to pay the price against smaller defenders. That used to affect him, the banging and all that. Now, no play at all. Pau Gasol having his way in the first half.
And helped the Lakers come back after trailing early. Now, I know you're all about team, but there was a certain individual matchup that was kind of fun to watch.
Hey, when you get two great competitors and players like Wade and Bryant going head-to-head, this is what the NBA is all about. Here, too easy by Dwayne Wade. No resistance at the rim, shot blocking. This was well defended, good help. Last shot of the half, that's too good. And I love Bryant. When he's got a challenge, he'll try that challenge to meet it. Good screen by Haslam, and then Wade being Wade. What a finish.
Wade missed his first 6 shots, then had a couple of slam dunks. Meanwhile, Kobe Bryant didn't take a lot of shots, but they defended him pretty well, sending a second guy at him quite often. And we're ready to begin the third quarter. Again, Miami playing last night. They got blasted in Denver by the Nuggets. The Lakers hadn't played since Tuesday as they try and win their 8th in a row. They're currently on a 7-game winning streak. Beasley and Gasol. Beasley trying to get a little physical with Gasol.
And Bryant was open for the lob on the initial backspin.
Wade blocks the shot. O'Neal the rebound. Excellent defense from Wade. Bryant wanting a foul. Wade drives. Pass deflected by Kobe Bryant. He's 3rd in the NBA in steals. 3-on-2. And a wide open jump shot won't go. Artest blocked. Beasley. And Fisher banks it in. Well, they're letting him play. Here to start the third quarter.
And if you're Dwayne Wade, you got to run back. You stayed down there at the whole end as the play kept going and going. That's unacceptable for a best player.
Artest now on Wade. Wade the runner.
And once again, that length. Andrew Bynum on the back line of the defense, contesting the lane.
Beasley battling. Gasol tips it away. Richardson comes up with it. Wade just 2 of 10 from the field. Again, his shooting percentage is low this year, certainly compared to last season. Richardson one dribble, banks it in. Eric Spoelstra was saying that he feels teams this year are looking to take the ball out of his hands much earlier in the game than in the past. Artest couldn't finish.
Well, teams are realizing what the Dallas Mavericks did not realize when you talk about the finals. They allowed Dwayne Wade to beat him single-handedly. Once again, Wade just trotting back down the floor, but teams are forcing other guys to step up and win ball games.
Pau Gasol gets the jumper to go. Lakers back up 5.
And also, the quality of level of play that he's playing with now is much different. That's why I think it's so important for him to set the right tone, whether it's going well for him individually or not. He's got a lot of young guys around, as O'Neal knocks in the face-up jump shot, and he's got to show him the right way. It's not acceptable not to run back.
It's rare that he doesn't show them the right way.
No, that's not true, Mike. He actually, in transition, he's been slow for a number of years. I would say for the most part, you're right as far as passing the ball, coming ready to win. But his effort in transition sometimes lacks.
Miller's team right now down by 5. Chalmers getting it to O'Neal. O'Neal, nice move, drives left again. This time kicks it out. Richardson took a hit, knocked it down. Quentin Richardson with his second field goal.
And Quentin Richardson has played good basketball for them this year. He's always been a tough, competitive defender.
Bryant gets in, missed up, it goes in. Gasol was ready to tip it, but wisely took his hand away.
And that's inexcusable defense. You cannot allow Kobe Bryant to penetrate the seams of your defense before help comes.
Bryant on Wade. Here's the double with Bynum. Beasley. Wade just has such a soft touch for release.
And really, Coach, Dwayne Wade is an underrated passer. The ability to pass over that double team really makes guys around him better.
Well, remember, his first year in the league, he played as a point guard.
Bynum counting and a foul.
Dwayne Wade can play the point, and even when he's at the 2, he's a playmaker. And I think they'd be better served having him in the middle of the floor running pick and roll. But this guy is, Bynum must be bleeding.
Yep.
No question about it. The foul on the right arm by Beasley. Bynum finishing with that jump hook. You can tell the way that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the former great NBA player, all-time great, spent time with this young man, put him in position to be a threat on the low block.
And I know it's, and I don't know if it'd be considered the same thing, but what Jabbar is going through fighting leukemia, I mean, yeah, it's a terrible disease too. You know, I feel for him. I saw him out before the game, you know, and you don't know what to say to somebody who's battling through, but I'm surprised he's not working, and maybe it's because of what he's fighting through personally with his disease, that he's not still working with the Lakers on a more regular basis.
Well, he went public with his circumstance to kind of, again, get the word out. Something that's probably hard for him. He hasn't been, obviously, throughout his life and career, a guy that likes to keep his privacy. Second free throw goes in.
No, but to touch on that, Mike, I was listening to the captain talk about how many lives he's impacted by coming out and talking about it. So many people talked about how that inspired and encouraged them.
Beasley gets inside. Nice feed from O'Neal. Back within 4 again. Beasley, the first team player in double figures. They've got great balance scoring. 10 for Beasley. Chalmers has 9, 8 for O'Neal. A host of players at 7. Ball tipped by O'Neal. And picked up by Wade. Jermaine O'Neal playing a solid game. That's only the second Lakers turnover of the game. How about Cleveland today? Nice feed. O'Neal won't go. Cleveland didn't have a turnover in the second half. I think Dan Shulman said that as they were going off the air in their victory over the Bulls. Saturday night, the final piece of the championship puzzle will be in place as Heisman candidate Colt McCoy leading the Texas Longhorns in the Dr. Pepper Big 12 championship game. They'll face a tough Nebraska defense. Championship weekend, win and you're in. The Dr. Pepper Big 12 championship game on ABC Saturday at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Kobe Bryant's picked up his 3rd foul, and we go to Doris Burke.
Jermaine O'Neal playing tonight's game with a bit of a heavy heart. He will miss Sunday's game in Sacramento. He will return home to South Carolina. An ailing uncle has been taken off life support. He admitted to our J.A. Adonde that this has been an extremely difficult time emotionally for he and his family. And obviously, guys, he's played well tonight as he did after returning to that Washington game, but that puts the Miami Heat one guy down.
Yeah, he's flown back and forth a couple of times to South Carolina. In fact, last week in Washington, he only arrived at the game or back in Miami a couple hours before tip-off. As the ball goes out of bounds, was it kicked? Tony Brown asked for help. Yep, Wade kicked it.
You know, Mike, as we talk about that, I want to send out thoughts and prayers to Charles Barkley and his family. He lost his grandmother, and just let him know we're thinking about him.
Gasol, and Beasley fouls him on the entry pass. Second team foul, 3rd on Beasley.
You know, Beasley is just a natural-born scorer, but defense comes difficult for him. This has been a huge learning process for him. not only understanding individual defense, but team defense. It just doesn't come to him naturally like some other guys in this league.
Fisher, the floater. Fisher got hit. The veteran's going to go to the free throw line. Chalmers picks up his second foul. And Derek Fisher, now 35 years old, his 14th year in the league. This is his last year of his contract, but he wants to play a couple more seasons. Obviously still productive, making so many big shots again last year in the playoffs to get his 4th championship ring. One of his big jobs, though, is going to be as the head of the Players Association. Wants to become or stay the president and help the new collective bargaining agreement, which is going to come up in a couple of years. 4-point Laker lead. Just over 5 minutes gone by here in the third. Wade. Nothing coming easy for Wade tonight. Bryant. O'Neal trying to keep it alive. Still tipped. Bryant comes down with it. Goes back up and got hit.
I'm just going to say it one more time. If you're the best player on the team, you have a responsibility to play every possession like you would want your teammates to play. Dwayne Wade, that's the 3rd time in 5 minutes that he has either trotted back or not crossed half court. And it's just not right.
Well, you make a great point. One thing in talking to Wade before the game, he says, hey, I'm a leader. I tell guys when I don't see something on the floor that I want to see, that's winning basketball, and I fully expect them to do the same thing to me. Somebody in a black jersey has got to go up to Dwayne Wade, feel comfortable and confident enough to say, hey, we are in this ball game. We need you to give all-out energy and effort to put us in position to win.
I'm about to hop over the scores table myself and just tap him on the shoulder and say, hey, and he knows this. I mean, if he watched the film, he would be disgusted with himself.
Bryant is guarding him now. Putting some pressure on. Beasley makes his move. One dribble, quick pull-up. Well, he is just a talented offensive player. He's smiling at the Laker bench. Who knows if they were saying anything to him.
Yeah, but one thing Coach talked about is his problem on the defensive end. I would say, hey, it's not about whether you get it or not. Have the first rule of being the hardest working guy on the floor, and then we can accept some mistakes defensively.
And you know what they say, the coaching staff, Bryant makes a big-time shot, is that he is ultimately coachable. That you can get on him, you can drive him, and his problems have been as much off the court as anything. So that's a good start when you're coachable.
O'Neal blocked by Bynum. First rejection for Bynum. Fisher pulls up for 3. And Wade the long rebound. Yeah, the Heat doing a good job on the boards. +3. Wade to the basket, goes up to Salt. Can't get it to fall. He thought he got fouled. I'll say this, they're laying both ways. They're letting him play, not calling a lot of the ticky-tack stuff. As we'll have a timeout. Kobe Bryant now with 14 points, Jeff.
Well, here he's isolated against Wade. Balance is up. That's a big-time shot. That's not a foul, though. Both stars are looking for calls. They're not fouls.
In the studio with this Lincoln update. The longest losing streak to start an NBA season ended tonight in New Jersey. The Nets are finally on the board. Courtney Lee, inserted into the starting lineup by Kiki Vandeweghe, had a career-high 27 points, and you think they wanted this? Devin Harris getting close up with the folks there, and the Nets are 1-18 after a 97-91 win. Some of your leaders tonight, Kevin Durant had 36. He's the top point scorer tonight in a loss. And Chris Paul back with New Orleans tonight, 15 assists, ho-hum, in a Hornets win.
Back in Los Angeles, got to feel good for the Nets. Meanwhile, Dwayne Wade and the Lakers down by 6, Mark.
And here's what we're talking about. Dwayne Wade feels like a shove from Ron Artest. Upset, that's not a foul, but no matter what, whatever you're thinking right there, your job is to get back on the defensive end. You're letting down not only the 4 guys on the defensive end, but the other 11 guys in uniform. Get back. Your theory is, hey, coach, I got fouled. No matter what, give me a chance to coach everybody else. If I don't accept it from the 12th guy, I can't accept it from my best player. Dwayne Wade knows better.
One of the greatest axioms in coaching is you cannot accept in victory what you wouldn't accept in defeat, as Bynum catches a lob from Artest, another fine pass by Artest, and it's really true. And especially with your best players, you can't accept from them what you wouldn't accept from lesser players.
Fisher pokes her away from O'Neal. Lakers with their largest lead. Bad pass from Fisher. Richardson is like a cornerback ready to intercept. You could see it coming. Wade, oh, nice move. Bynum. It's a hand-on, and Wade's going to go to the free throw line. Bynum picks up his second foul.
This is a big-time move. This is what makes Dwayne Wade so tough to defend. Stopping on a dime, being able to change directions, and then finishing at the rim. Takes the hit, follows through with the field goal attempt, going to the line. Creates so much pressure on your defense trying to contain it.
And another good screen by the bigs of Miami. That time, it was Jermaine O'Neal with the solid screen to free Wade.
Well, he hurt themselves at the free throw line. They're now 10 of 18. Wade is 2 for 5. Beasley's going to sit down. Haslam is in.
If I'm Dwayne Wade, one way I try to get myself off offensively in this game is pushing the ball in transition, get stops, and then put pressure on this Laker defense. Too many times they're walking it up the floor. Take advantage of the size of the Lakers and push it down their throat in transition.
Because if you don't get them in transition, when their defense gets set, they're too long, too big, too strong, and too competitive.
Odom is in right now. Gasol sitting. Nice drive, Artest. He thought he got hit in the head. Wade pushing again. Richardson. Good hustle from Artest to get out. Richardson was ready to hit a three. Haslam. That's Haslam's shot. Miami back within 5.
You can make a tape for younger players tonight on Kobe Bryant's on-ball defense. He's down in the stance, he's moving the feet. The only time Wade has really gotten by him is with the use of a high screen. But when it's been one-on-one, Kobe Bryant's defense has been terrific.
And Wade called for the foul here. That's his second. Team now in the penalty.
Again, Bryant, the ball gets kicked to Wade. Good stance, no middle drive. The whole possession was a good sequence to follow.
Well, he loves these type of games where he gets to face a guy like that. He's a good buddy. They were good friends in Beijing. His teammates winning the gold medal.
And Coach, that's something we talked about in the past where Ron Artest talks about being one of the greatest defenders ever. Give me one possession, and this guy here is as good as anybody. If you need a stop.
No question. He'd be on my all-one possession defensive team.
Puts a pair of free throws, and it's up to 7. Under 4 minutes remaining in the third. The Heat have been hanging around. Richardson took his eye off it. Couple of bad passes there. Bryant goes right at Wade. Misses the layup. Good defense from Wade.
Lakers doing a good job of bringing a guy over and basically zoning the area where Wade has the basketball. So it takes away his aggressiveness, realizing that help is coming from every angle.
O'Neal to get out of the way. Steps back, knocks down the jumper as the shot clock expires. 12 for O'Neal. Every time it looks like the Lakers are going to go off and put some distance between them and the Heat, Heat come right back. Bryant doubled. Bynum. Wright comes in for a nice rebound. Again, the Lakers came into this game as the #1 team in defense opponent's field goal percentage. But the Heat shooting 50% from the field. Richardson up and under, blocked with a foul. Quentin Richardson is going to go to the free throw line with his team down by 5. The Heat hanging tough despite a very frustrating game for Dwayne Wade. He's just 2 of 12 from the field. As recently, Pau Gasol and many of his teammates with the special assist from NBA legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar served local military families a holiday meal to thank them for their service and dedication to our country. This is just one of hundreds of charitable events happening as part of the annual NBA Cares Season of Giving. The NBA, where giving happens. Nice job done by the Lakers. We're welcome back to the Staples Center. Lakers leading by 5. 2.5 to go here in the third. Starting December 21st, your new home for all things LA sports is ESPNLosAngeles.com. Latest on the Lakers, Clippers, Dodgers, Angels, and LA area college sports all in one place. ESPNLosAngeles.com coming December 21st. Well, a rarity this season is going to happen now. Quentin Richardson, who, as Jeff was saying earlier, has done some good things for the Miami Heat. He's played solidly for him, but he never gets to the free throw line. In fact, in 393 minutes, he's only taken 1 free throw. That was last night, and it was on a technical foul on George Karl of the Nuggets. So he's going to finally get to the line there. Meanwhile, what an offseason he had. He got traded 4 times in 2 months. And the only team that had the press conference to announce the trade was the Heat. He kept going back and forth, part of the salary cap. Bouncing around a little bit. He said he didn't mind, but he likes where he wound up. He's in great shape and doing some good things.
I think he lost 5 to 10 pounds on every trade.
Brown travel.
But that skip pass that Pau Gasol threw off the trap of the pick and roll, right on target to Artest. I mean, again, subtle little things that wouldn't turn into any stat. Then you understand why there's such an efficient offensive team.
Good help defense from Gasol there. Artest on Richardson. Artest fighting over the screen, harassing Richardson. He's going to have to put it up. Haslam will have to shoot it. Fires away. And a 24-second violation. Excellent defense led by Ron Artest.
And you can really bottle up that possession defensively for the Lakers. 5 guys committed to containing the basketball, helping, contesting, and then closing out by attacking the boards.
And you just see how limited Miami is offensively. If Dwayne Wade can't create a play off the dribble, you're not going to get anything.
Wade the deflection, Wade the catch, and how about this? It's a 1-point game again. A 9-2 run by Miami. And here with a minute and a half to go in the third, Heat right in it, despite a 3-for-13 game from Dwayne Wade.
And really the danger is anytime you're playing against a team that has a guy that can take over the game, you're the Lakers, you're flirting with danger.
7th rebound for Quentin Richardson. Wade goes right at Gasol, count it, and a foul. And the Heat have regained the lead.
Well, again, another solid screen by Jamal McGlure, which gave Wade the running start at Gasol. And I really do think, and again, we see the good defense, the deflection by Wade, and the release for the dunk. If Wade gets a running start at you off the high pick, it's very difficult to ask the big man to be able to contain him. Bryant wants to establish good intensity. I may back up my defense to the three-point line to prevent the running start at my big guy.
Well, Heat really battling here. 12-2 run. Gasol the rebound, and Gasol gets hit.
Well, you make a good point, because the best thing to do is to back up if you're Bryant. If you allow the screen to be at half court, now Pau Gasol has no choice. There's no way he can contain him. Not even a guard can contain him in that situation. The best thing is to basically drop down and then zone that area with Bryant and Gasol.
Gasol hits. Remember, The Heat got whacked 114-96 last night. And after the game, Eric Spoelstra said the effort was disappointing. Well, the effort is certainly here tonight in the second game of the back-to-back of the Staples Center.
See, but you almost have to say that as a coach. What are you going to say? My talent level is disappointing? You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's true. Sometimes it's code for, I got to drive these guys to milk every ounce of energy because we're just not talented enough. Hey, give Denver credit. They're a really fine team.
Technical foul called on Lamar Odom. As they thought they got a clean swipe with Dwayne Wade on the ball.
That's funny because Tony Brown could have teed up Bryant too, but Lamar Odom got the short into the stick.
I was thinking the same thing. So Wade will go to the line.
I wonder if there's ever been a double technical simultaneously as Wade misses. Now that's a foul.
They've let them play pretty much all night.
I mean, come on, that's not even a hard call.
And to answer your question, I'm sure it has. I don't know if it's simultaneous, but if both guys
erupt, you should be able to call a technical on both. And then double it. Now, hold on.
You made a good point.
No, just listen.
He's not satisfied with just a good point. He's got to go overboard.
No, it's not going over. But when a guy obviously fouls him, let's say you're reviewing it after the game, there should be a double penalty for Lamar Odom right there. Like somehow, like fine him for complaining when you have no right.
What about if you know it was a foul, you get a basket, and you don't say anything as the team that benefited from it, like LJ's 4-point play?
He was fouled.
Shannon Brown, short.
See, you're questioning Jess Kersey's integrity, and I hope the NBA retroactively finds you now.
The way he kicks it out to Richardson. By the way, the Lakers, Richardson can't connect, and a loose ball foul is going to go against Miami. Lakers are 1 of 12 from three-point range. Remind you, ESPN, your NBA destination Wednesday night. Derrick Rose and the Bulls go to Atlanta to face Joe Johnson and the Hawks. Atlanta trying to become one of the elite teams in the Eastern Conference. NBA Wednesday, Bulls-Hawks on ESPN and ESPN360.com at 7 Eastern.
So I guess my suggestion about the Hawks losing their privilege of playing on ESPN has not been taken.
The programming department says buzz off. Besides the first free throw.
How could you not put them on ESPN? One of the best teams in basketball. Very exciting, explosive on the offensive end, well coached.
I agree with all those things. And yet, you lose to the Knicks at home. You have forfeited your right. It's not a permanent lifetime ban.
As I said earlier, it's a big win, a big week for the Knicks.
It is. Hey, they played a great game against Phoenix. And they didn't play that badly in Orlando in the first half. Ran out of steam, tough back-to-back.
Atlanta has had some terrific games, but they've also had some lemons. As a game here tied at 76, shot clock is turned off. Miami trailed by as many as 8 here in this period. And now with a chance to go to the fourth leading. Wade to Haslam. Haslam inside, blocked from behind. Odom with the rejection. Brown, will he get it off? No, that won't count. Nice block from Lamar Odom. As Kobe Bryant and Dwayne Wade, former USA Olympic teammates, going at each other pretty hard tonight here at the Staples Center. Wade struggling shooting, just 4 of 14. The two fouls trying to get a win for their respective clubs. Miami trying to bounce back after a beating last night in Denver. A strong road performance. We head to the fourth quarter at Los Angeles. Lakers, Heat, all tied at 76.
Welcome back to Los Angeles with Phil Jackson. On a night when Dwayne Wade hasn't given his typical performance, how are they remaining as competitive as they have?
a very uneven game. Neither team seems to be able to get into rhythm. A lot of stoppage of play. You know, ESPN has these really long commercials that they do. Everybody is, you know, dead over there in the bench. A lot of fouls, you know, those type of things. But, you know, we'll pick it up here this quarter.
Fourth period, what do you want to see on the offensive end?
Well, here we're going to pull out the guns. They got the ball to start with. We'll see what happens.
Coach, thanks. Mike?
I guess when you have all those rings, you can take shots at ESPN and their extremely long commercials.
I just felt that Phil would have been anti-gun. Here he is. He's going to pull out the guns in a gun reference. I was shocked by that.
Boy, you've got guys who love crunch time, fourth quarter on the floor. Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, they battle each other frequently tonight, guarding each other quite a bit. Wade right now on the bench as we begin the fourth. Lakers come into the game with the best record in the NBA, a 7-game winning streak, but they're having a fight tonight here on their home floor. Nice pass inside. McGlure gets hit. And Jamal McGlure, as you guys have pointed out, has been a nice impact off the bench tonight.
And if I'm Eric Spoelstra, my rest for Dwayne Wade is brief because I'm going to have trouble creating offense unless it's played through Beasley in the post. And you cannot allow the Lakers to get a 4 to 6 point separation and then bring them back.
As we look at Beasley on the block as McGlure misses the foul shot. Now he's being defended by a very active Kobe Bryant.
McGlure, as we mentioned, coming into this game, had only played 14 minutes. This is his first free throw of the year. He only had 4 points and 4 rebounds so far on the season. Tonight, though, 7 points, 5 rebounds. But the free throw shooting abysmal for Miami, 16 of 27. They should be up by a decent amount. Bryant against Darrell Wright. Leans in, draws the foul, count it, and one. Tough matchup for that young man.
A tough matchup for anybody. This is just not right. No pun intended. Kobe Bryant, the ability, everybody get out my way. They're going to play me one-on-one. Gets the defender in the air, takes the hit, knocks down the jump.
And while the Heat have struggled from the line, the Lakers have made 15 straight free throws. They're 16 of 17 overall. And no double-digit leads. This game has been close throughout. Chalmers had the early start with the threes. Good pass to Haslam. Can't connect, and Farmar the rebound. Farmar was a good spark off the bench in the first half. Bryant for three. Puts it in. Kobe Bryant, 6 quick points in just over a minute.
This is a tough matchup for Michael Beasley. Caught on Bryant in transition. Airspace. Easy knockdown three by Bryant, who's really struggled with his three-point shooting so far this year.
Welcome back to the Staples Center. Lakers now with a 6-point lead, just over a minute gone by here in the fourth quarter. Time for the Flow TV flow of the game. Been a tough flow for Dwayne Wade early. He was 2 for 10, but a couple of dunks got him going. And able to get to the free throw line as well as the Heat came back from 8 down to take a lead in the third. But Kobe Bryant comes out here in the fourth, gets a 3-point play with a bucket and a foul, and then gets a 3-pointer from downtown. And you have a 6-point Laker lead. I don't know what Michael Beasley was doing after Kobe's last three, but it made Bryant laugh before the timeout, makes him laugh as he comes back out on the floor.
I think it was because he was trying to guard it.
Wade pass deflected, knocked out of bounds, last touch by Farmar. Turnovers have been crucial for the Lakers. Again, they haven't shot the ball well, but they only have turned it over 5 times. 15 to shoot. See Wade quickly back in the game, starting the fourth on the bench. Alley-oop to Wright. They're going to jump it up.
did the same thing in a game last week where right back cut off the high pick and roll, and he missed another jump. What do you always say about the patient and the...
The operation was success. The patient died.
Any two can jump in that instance. Shannon Brown got some good size to defend Wade. Deflects it. Wade gets it back. Chalmers hits a three. Chalmers has been quiet since the first couple of minutes when he hit 3 threes. Knocks down his 4th of the game. And that's a big one as the Heat needed a bucket. Wade back on Bryant. Foul on Wade. 3 on Wade. His second team foul.
It really shows you the smarts of Kobe Bryant. The high IQ, understanding that Wade was going to be much more physical, in attack mode, willing to take the hit, becomes the aggressor, and forces the foul.
Wade pokes it out. Still Laker ball. Wade saying off Kobe. Kobe saying no way, no way.
But you just look in his eyes. You know he wants the basketball and wants to take over this ballgame.
Wade, not that time, right the rebound. Hey, Mark, when you're going up against somebody who you were very friendly with and good friends, what was the dynamic there?
Oh, it was nice, but we were going after it. I treat him the same way I treat anybody else. If we could have fun and laugh and joke afterwards, even between. But the bottom line is I was in attack mode and I was willing to do whatever it would take to win a ball game and to compete.
Wright gets up on Brown. Overall, the Heat defense has been very good tonight. Gasol up top. Farmar left open. Nails a three. Jordan Farmar with his 3rd field goal. The Lakers back up by 4.
And Mike, you make a good point because there are some guys that shouldn't talk to their opponents. I was a guy that felt very comfortable talking, communicating, and trying to get you off of your game.
Some guys can get distracted easily. Gasol with the nice block, running the floor down the other way. And then we have a foul called on Beasley. After everybody got tangled up. 4 on Beasley and 3 Heat team fouls.
It's just good basketball. Fundamentally sound, patience, waits till the cut is moved, forces the double team, and then passes on point to Jordan Farmar. Stellar offense by the Lakers.
Lakers 1 of 12 from 3 through the first 3 quarters. They're 2 for 2 here in the 4th. Farmar, the drive. Good aggressive move from Farmar as O'Neal picks up his 4th foul.
What's great about that move is understanding I'm going up against a big guy rather than trying to climb over on top of him. What I'm going to do is take it right to his body and force the contact. That's good basketball by Jordan Farmar. Take it to the body of O'Neal, get to the free throw line.
Another 15 free throws in a row. That streak ends. NBA TV on Monday. Nuggets in Philadelphia. Allen Iverson in his first game back with the Sixers. And ESPN next Wednesday. Chicago and Atlanta. And then TNT next Thursday. Celtics and Wizards from Washington, D.C. And the Magic playing the Jazz in Utah.
And it's great to have Allen Iverson back in basketball. I tell you what, he could play for me any day of the week.
Very emotional press conference from Iverson. Nice pass inside. Wade misses the layup. He thought he was fouled. Here comes Brown the other way. Jarrell Wright is guarding Bryant. Wade is on Odom. And a 3-second violation on Lamar Odom. It's only the 6th Laker turnover. I think I've seen more offensive 3 seconds calls this month than all of last year.
I think you're the only guy counting.
I'm thinking about Allen Iverson in Philly. I think it's sold a lot of tickets. I think it's brought interest to a fan base that is apathetic right now. But I wonder, in the long term, what it does for them. Or even in the short term, maybe they win a few more games. But I'm not sure what it accomplishes.
Well, it gets you in the playoffs.
No chance.
No chance. You understand the Charlotte Bobcats were in the playoffs prior to tonight?
Well, if you could, all right, good point.
Thank you. Allen Iverson can still play. There's no question about that. I wanted to go on record before he even enters the ballgame.
Well, there's no question he can still play, but at what cost to your team? Or what benefit is the question?
Good defense from Wright. Bryant hits it as the shot clock expires. 8 points already here in the fourth quarter. Lakers by 7.
Let's just hope it ends good for him in Philadelphia. And for that.
They don't sign him if Lou Williams doesn't get hurt. The ball deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. And the Heat will inbound with 6 left on the 24.
Now, this is excellent defense by Wright. Stays down, contests. That's just better offense. Give me better offense than good defense any day of the week. And Bryant loving the groove that he has right now.
Artest comes in for Shannon Brown. Wright sits down for the Heat as Quentin Richardson back in. Again, Miami with 6 to shoot here. Chalmers, nice feed. Richardson rushed the shot. Rebound, Artest. Two exciting stars isolated. Wade got him on the arm. All ball sent right to Tony Brown. But Tony Brown's not the one that made the call. 4 fouls on Wade.
And here's what I don't like with the Heat defense on that possession. Dwayne Wade playing Kobe Bryant one-on-one. Nobody communicating, nobody talking, yelling. Where's the help coming from? You're by yourself. No communication, and Bryant's able to create contact again. And, Coach, you know, you coached it. The best defensive teams talk. Dwayne Wade, unaware, there's no help, nobody communicating, doesn't understand there's no help on the baseline, no help in the middle, only Bryant sees it. You're leaving a guy out on an island all by himself.
You're absolutely right about the talk. You've got to be able to talk early, loud, and continuously. You've got to do it as a habit, and that by itself is very intimidating offensively.
And this equals the largest lead of the game for the Lakers. 12 championship. Will face a tough Nebraska defense. Win and you're in. The Dr. Pepper Big 12 championship game on ABC Saturday at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific.
Let me say this. Bo Pelini at Nebraska has done an unbelievable job, but Matt Brown has a juggernaut. Think about it. They're going to be in the national championship game again. The guy wins 10 games or more every year. And he's not talked about like the Urban Meyers. I don't understand that.
Did you talk to Kirk Herbstreit today?
No. You know, I'm a Longhorns fan, Hook'em Horns and all that.
I agree with you, but let's get a playoff.
I agree with that. That's a joke. Who is your Heisman winner? Mine's that running back for Stanford or Colt McCoy. I haven't decided.
Kobe Bryant thought he got a clean steal. These two are really going at each other as Bryant picks up his 4th foul.
I think he got this clean.
This is pretty close. So way back to the line. He's only 6 of 10 from the line. Yep.
I can't let you get away with this. You can't say that running back for Stanford.
Toby Genler.
Okay, well, say it.
Well, everybody knows that who follows college football.
I know, but you can't just say that. I'll say that quarterback for Florida.
But you're also talking to people who don't know college football.
All right, well, let me give you this. Top freshman quarterback. Hey, Jim Harbaugh, Notre Dame, take notice. You want to coach? That guy can coach.
This guy, now you're an agent.
I'm just saying. Jim Harbaugh at Stanford has turned around a moribund program.
Bryant gets inside. Lefty hook shot rolls in. Kobe Bryant gives the Lakers their largest lead of the game. He's got 11 points here in the 4th quarter.
That's a wow shot right there. Richardson
Richardson. Oh, tough shot. How did he get that free? And Gasol took a shot in the face. And he's hurt. Athletic trainer Gary Vitti quickly rushes out to see Gasol. I don't know how Richardson got that shot off.
He used to be a force in the low post when he first came in to the NBA. Very strong down there.
Oh, it was Odom trying to block Richardson's shot. So Gasol still down as they attend to him, and we'll be back after the break.
I'm Matt Weiner. Here's what's happening on SportsCenter right now. Prolific Central Michigan quarterback Dan Lefevre set a major college career record for combined passing, rushing, and receiving touchdowns. And his Chippewas beat Ohio 20-10 for the MAC championship. Meanwhile, from the NBA, the nightmare in New Jersey is over as the Nets finally got a win. Kiki Vandeweghe came in, is 1-0 now as the Nets beat the Bobcats 97-91.
They just put that score up on the big screen here at the Staples Center, and a huge ovation. Everybody feeling for the Nets. Meanwhile, everybody feeling here for Pau Gasol. He's up and okay, but he took a shot. Lamar Odom trying to block Quentin Richardson's shot, inadvertently got him in the eye. Gasol down for a couple of minutes. That eye pretty swollen. So he'll come out of the game. He's had a strong game again. 18 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Odom has them trying to stay with him and tripped up. Odom coming off the bench once again now that Bynum is healthy. Odom in the 6th man role. He's been a little up and down this year, Mark, so far.
Well, he has. You know, it's been a long summer for him. You know, life was changed. But he's a guy that certainly Phil Jackson can trust. His versatility to play multiple positions. And you know he's going to come around.
Are you saying he had a long summer because he got married and his life is difficult now?
No, not difficult at all. It's a tremendous step for him. And actually had an opportunity to go to the wedding, and the guy was absolutely
what are you
thrilled.
dropping names? You know I wanted to be there, right? And now you're just rubbing the salt into the wounds. I'm really disappointed that Kardashians, as we see his wife somewhat in there, I didn't get on the list.
No, why don't you really tell the people that's listening that as I'm at the wedding, you're actually texting me wanting me to give you details?
I did. I was embarrassed. Made her dress.
Wade gets it inside. Nice finish for O'Neal. Pretty pass from Dwayne Wade for his 7th assist.
Mike, the guy texted me. It was like, I want every detail.
I'm not surprised. You read all the gossip magazines on the Plains. Bryant inside. Tough shot. Way off the mark. Nearly taken away by Bynum, but O'Neal holds on.
Great defense by Wade right there. Contestant without foul.
Wade inside. Nice pass. Count it, and a foul. Beautiful lead bounce pass from Wade. And now Odom and O'Neal shoving each other. Technicals will be handed out here. He cut it to 4. Odom already has a technical, so if he gets a double technical, he's ejected. Quentin Richardson laughing as he's trying to calm down Jermaine O'Neal. A strong move from O'Neal. It's a great pass from Wade.
And again, Wade shows his point guard type skills, running the pick and roll.
Well, there's no question Jermaine O'Neal will receive a technical foul because he actually shoves Lamar Odom.
Now, they'll probably give it to Odom for retaliating, shoving back, but O'Neal was the first one to do it. I think Odom took exception to O'Neal maybe kind of hanging on him after he dunked it. Let's look. Yeah, that's how it started. It didn't look like O'Neal was doing anything particular there. Odom's had something to say, and then O'Neal threw the first shove. So technical foul on both. So Odom's done. 2 technical fouls, you're automatically ejected. You won't shoot free throws on double technicals. So Odom is gone after 21 minutes of action. O'Neal will just shoot the one free throw on the personal foul.
This always puzzles me. A guy gets thrown out, and they give him an ovation. Like he did something great for his team. If Gasol couldn't come back in, you'd be playing Josh Powell now or Artest at the 4. What do the fans think is so great about taking a technical foul in the fourth quarter when you already have one?
You just hurt your team because your services can no longer be used. I thought the same thing last night. Kevin Martin got thrown out in the game, and they're giving him a huge ovation as he's walking on.
Yeah, but that's at least a 25-point win. The game is in the balance right here.
O'Neal is, he batted right out to Bryant, although Wade is back there. Well, free throw shooting has really hurt the Miami Heat. They've missed 13. Artest won't go, and O'Neal another rebound. 16 points, 9 boards, 4 assists, and a block shot for Jermaine O'Neal. Wade. Inside pass to Haslem, and Haslem is fouled. Wade seeing the double team and finding the open man.
And that's exactly what we talked about earlier. Underrated passing ability by Dwayne Wade. The ability to take the double team and still thread the needle. Outstanding job. This is high hands by Kobe Bryant. Pau Gasol active, but he puts it on point. That's why if you're the other players in Heat uniform with Wade with the basketball, your job is to be ready to be aggressive off the catch.
Once again, though, can't take advantage. Now 17 of 31 from the free throw line. The Heat this year as a team just average free throw shooters. They're 17th in the league.
I play with great players, Coach, that don't want to be doubled because they're afraid of the pressure. Here's a guy that's willing to take the pressure and comfortable.
Willing to make the pass.
And to me, in many games, their best finishing unit is when Wade's at the point.
Haslem fouls Bynum on the entry pass. The Heat are in the penalty. So Bynum will go to the line. He's 4 for 5 so far tonight. Reminder, be there live for all the action. Go to NBA.com/tickets now to reserve your seats to see your favorite NBA team take the court. The NBA, where memories happen. Friday night at the Staples Center, second game of our ESPN doubleheader, and it's turned out to be a good one as Bynum puts the Lakers up by 4. 17 and 7 for Bynum tonight. Says his goal is to make the All-Star team this year. He's on his way. Artest is now on Wade. Wade looking, falling away. Tough shot, won't go. Haslem tip, won't go. Gasol lost it. And it falls into the hands of Artest. Miami Heat battling here on the road. The second game of a back-to-back. Third game of a 4-game West Coast trip. Alley-oop to Bynum. And Bynum just whacked Haslem, and now Haslem will shoot free throws.
And that was a great play by Quentin Richardson, putting his body on Andrew Bynum to create the turnover, and then Haslem coming back from trapping Bryant all the way above the three-point line, back in to make the hustle play. Look at Haslem's effort as that ball is deflected. Coming back in, taking the hit, and drawing the foul.
Coach, that defense is not going to cut it overall. You're trapping Kobe Bryant too far away from the basketball. You're talking about skilled big men that can pass. The Miami Heat got away on that possession.
The hard part is you don't want Bryant to shoot late, and yet with Fisher spotting up, Artest 40% three-point shooter, and two bigs who can catch, pass, and finish, there aren't many good answers.
Back to a 2-point game. Haslem 12 points off the bench. Heat haven't turned it over yet here in the fourth quarter. Bryant spinning, falling away, puts it up, won't go. Haslem another rebound.
Great individual defense by Dwayne Wade.
inside. Wade can't get it to go. Haslem on the follow, and they've tied it up. The Heat were down by 9 with just under 6 minutes remaining. It's now even at 93.
And that's as good as an assist right there. Driving it and bringing a second man to you. Opening up the second shot.
Bynum. Nice move. Up and under. Pretty play from Andrew Bynum.
I think it's safe to say the big fella is going to get his wish. He's going to be the starting center for the Western Conference in the All-Star game.
19 tonight. Fisher defending Chalmers. Chance of defense from the Staples Center crowd. Wade maneuvers out to Richardson. Puts up a three. Puts it in. Quentin Richardson gives the Heat their first lead of the fourth quarter.
Again, off of the dribble penetration of Dwayne Wade, making plays down the stretch.
And Richardson making plays at both ends of the floor. 2.5 remaining. Bynum. Bryant was open for three. Fisher didn't get it to him in time. Now Wade gets up there. Bryant pulls up. Won't go. Back of the rim. Fisher the offensive board. Bryant, ball deflected, but it gets to Fisher. Bryant on the drive, flips it up, banks it in, and a foul. Sensational move from Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. Mama, there goes that man. Dribble penetration, the circus shot over Jermaine O'Neal. Gets the basket and the contact. Bryant, 13 big points in the fourth quarter. Outstanding job of sealing the deal. 2 minutes left. Lakers up 1. Don't you dare go anywhere.
卫视体育台的
We're in the final period at Staples Center. Some beautiful plays, Mark Jackson.
We talked about it earlier, the patience of Bryant for taking over this game. Isolation knocks down the Jay with the foul. Michael Beasley, you know the rules. Hand down, man down. And then pump fake. You have no choice but to stay down. You must pay the price. Moving without the basketball. The beautiful left-handed hook shot. And then somebody needs to stop the bleeding. Bryant does that. Gets the basket and the foul.
So 13 points in the period, 29 for the game. He also has 7 rebounds and 3 assists. Meanwhile, Jermaine O'Neal picking up his 5th personal foul on that last play. Both teams still with multiple timeouts remaining. Both teams in the penalty. And as Bryant has a free throw coming up, chance to give the Lakers a 2-point lead. I'm impressed with the way Miami has battled in this game.
No question. Again, I look at their team, and they have an aging Jermaine O'Neal, an emerging Michael Beasley, and an absolute star in Dwayne Wade, and then a bunch of just hard-working role players, and I think they max out what they have.
I think they have a heck of a coach, too, and the youngest coach in the NBA.
Well, I think that's why you max out, because you have a great organization that demands excellence to whatever level of potential you have.
30 points for Bryant, 2-point game, Wade to the basket. And a blocking foul. He got under. Kind of lulled you to sleep there and then just exploded. As Artest, I believe, picks up the foul.
And this time they run a screen and roll with Mario Chalmers setting it, who does a great job in setting the screen, and then Wade drives it hard to his left and draws the contact.
But when you talk about coaching, that's a subtle adjustment coming out of the timeout. Rather than having a big set to screen, you go guard on guard. Derek Fisher caught by surprise, and Wade the ability to come off of that screen.
And interesting, Bynum was out on that possession, which took away the extra shot blocker, wanting to play Artest against Udonis Haslem. So back in for offense. An interesting substitution by Phil Jackson to take Bynum out.
Probably thinking a little bit too much, trying to switch every pick and roll, but Bynum's presence along with Gasol in that paint makes it awfully tough for smaller guys to finish.
Wade now 19 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds. All tied up, under 2 to play. Lakers with a a 7-game winning streak. Best record in the NBA, but they have their hands full tonight. Fisher steps back, fires. Short. Richardson, another rebound. Boy, he's made big plays. 8 boards for Quentin Richardson. Rebounding has been huge tonight for Miami against a much taller Laker team. Wade to the basket, lays it in, and the Heat go up by 2. Timeout, Lakers. Makes it look easy, Mark.
We can rave all we want about Dwayne Wade certainly getting it done, but how about Mario Chalmers doing an outstanding job of setting solid screens? So he's forcing the issue, creating the space, and then Wade doing the rest. Lakers defense, stand and watch. Won't get it done.
Welcome back to LA. Help us once again beat cancer on a special week for us here at ESPN. It's Jimmy V Week. To donate to the V Foundation for Cancer Research, call 1-800-4-JIMMY-V or log on to www.jimmyv.org. 100% of donations awarded to cancer research. And we thank you for all your support, not only this year, but in all so many past years. Here at the Staples Center, second game of our Friday night NBA doubleheader on ESPN, and what a terrific game we have between Dwayne Wade and Kobe Bryant, their 2 respective teams. Right now, the Heat, who trail by as many as 9 with just under 6 minutes to go, now have a chance with a terrific road win. They've already beaten Portland on this trip in Portland Tuesday. Now a chance for tonight.
And you take a look at the Lakers defensively. Understand you got me once the last time. If you're Derek Fisher, be aware of what they're trying to do. Your job is to be on the opposite side. It's the same way that they just beat you. Force Dwayne Wade to go towards Kobe Bryant's body. Worst case scenario, he throws it back to Mario Chalmers, and you can live with somebody else other than the best player dominating the basketball and making a play.
Great balance for the Heat. 6 players in double figures, all 5 starters. Wade not just scoring, distributing with 9 assists. They go to Gasol. Haslem guarding in. Gasol puts up the short shot. It's short. Artest follow. That won't go. Bynum's tip misses. Gasol right there on the follow.
You're going to battle against the Lakers. You have to gang rebound. Perimeter guys got to get in there and fight for the ball.
Look at Bryant going after Wade. Their 2 stars battling each other all night. Wade on the drive, stops, pass deflected by Gasol. Haslem taken away. Wade puts it in. And the Heat back up by 2. A broken play, and the ball bounces in the favor of Miami.
Offense by accident, sometimes good enough.
And Bryant wants Gasol on the block, trying to get him the basketball.
No chance. Pick and roll, Kobe Bryant.
Haslem, good job. Shot clock down at 4. Bryant, shot clock at 2. Puts it up. It's going to be way short. And a 24-second violation. And now with 24.5 remaining, the Lakers are going to have to go for a steal. And if not get it early, foul. That's what Phil Jackson telling him.
They've got to keep the ball out of Wade's hand. Try to make this go to Jermaine O'Neal coming back. But Pau Gasol's like laying back.
Haslem throws it. And now they foul Richardson.
But to me, Udonis Haslem has to keep the ball there. You don't throw it to a guy who shot 3 free throws the whole year.
You don't want to take time off the clock there?
Would that take an extra 1/10 of a second? Right. 8/10 of a second?
Well, you hope that maybe it leads to more.
I want to keep that ball in my free throw shooter's hand.
Well, Richardson 2 for 2. It's only the 4th free throw all night, or all season, excuse me, for Richardson.
Really, here's how you win on the road. You got to battle and compete. When you play with force, good things happen. That time the ball finds its way in the hands of Wade, and he knocks down the little float.
2 clutch free throws there from Quentin Richardson. He's played a real tough game. And the Heat go up by 4. This equals their largest lead of the game. Bryant to the basket. Left-handed won't go. Tipped by Bryant. Gets it. Lost it. Picked up by Wade. Chalmers had it. Gasol has it. He gets hammered. Both teams really battling. It's going to go against Quentin Richardson. And Gasol will shoot 2 free throws with 9.9 remaining.
And Wade had the loose ball, but he was falling out of bounds as Bryant missed the drive. He would have been better served throwing that thing to the other end of the court.
Right, 9 remaining. Again, timeouts are still left. And if Gasol hits that, it's nothing like Gasol needs to miss a free throw and get a rebound. There's still plenty of time. But the Lakers will have to foul once again. Gasol 5 for 5 from the line tonight. 2-point game. Richardson can move. They get it to Wade and quickly a foul.
And I've always liked the idea of not giving the foul right when a team expects it. Try to trap and see if you can knock it loose, even if it takes another extra second off the clock versus just giving the bailout foul.
And I can remember playing for you. We actually won a game doing the same exact thing, coming up with a steal and scoring.
Wade has missed 5 free throws tonight, but he just hit a couple of clutch ones. After a slow start, he's had a strong game. Big one right there. That makes it 3. This, of course, next one is the critical one.
He did exactly the same thing last Wednesday against Orlando. Very poor first 3.5 quarters, and then absolutely dominated over the last 6 or 7 minutes.
Well, they've missed a lot of free throws tonight, but they've hit 8 straight here in the fourth quarter. And gets the roll. It's back to a 4-point game with just 9.3 remaining. And Phil Jackson will call a timeout. He'll have 1 left. All right. What's the strategy? What's the strategy for the Lakers right now, guys?
Well, I think you got to get a quick basket, whether it's a 2 or 3, and then look to foul immediately. There's a lot of time left in this ball game, so plenty of time for the Lakers. You don't have to force up a 3. Look to get a quick hoop and then a foul.
And a quick thing, or important thing for the Lakers, they still have a timeout remaining. They don't have to go for a 3-pointer. That's not important at all now, right?
No, but you're going to take the first open opportunity, whether it be 2 or 3. And the one thing you have to do is get the ball in so you don't have to take your last timeout.
Right. The Heat do not have a foul to give, so any foul puts them right at the free throw line, the Lakers.
Well, what's important for me, if you're the Miami Heat, recognize Kobe Bryant with the ball in his hands. Do not allow him to step into a rhythm 3. You want to keep a body on him and force him to take some time off.
Again, very impressive performance for the Heat. Last night, they got blasted in Denver by the Nuggets. Tonight, they fell behind by 9 with just under 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Kobe Bryant was on a roll. The place was rocking, and the Heat battled back. They just played some good, tough defense, and Dwayne Wade took over on the offensive end.
And Phil Jackson just inserted Vujacic, who's only played 20 seconds. If I am Miami, I'm making that ball go to Vujacic right now and making him shoot.
Well, taking a lot of time. Fisher hoists up the 3, puts it in. Fisher makes it a 1-point game with 4.3 remaining. Still plenty of time because the Lakers have a timeout left. Richardson has to call time. Good ball denial from the Lakers, and this one's not over yet. Derek Fisher once again with a huge 3 in the final seconds.
Phil Jackson trusting his veteran. That's a set play out of the timeout. Little misdirection using Kobe Bryant as a decoy. Pau Gasol delivering the basketball on point. Help has to come off of the screen, and then Fisher. The guy has made a living knocking down big shots. This one knocks down, gives his Lakers team a chance to foul and get another look.
Well, they run the same action all the time. This is nothing new. Miami had to know this action was coming, and there had to be either better ball pressure on Pau Gasol or a switch of that back screen so you leave nobody open when they're going against a short clock.
You know, as a big guy defending Pau Gasol, you say, I'm going to back up, I don't have to pressure him. But actually, the best thing to do, like you said, put pressure on him, force him to make a bad pass, or put the ball on the floor and make a play.
So this one's certainly not over yet. The Heat are going to have to hit some free throws, even if they get fouled and hit 2 free throws because of that Fisher 3. Lakers still with a chance for a 3-pointer in the final seconds to tie it.
Well, Coach, you know, there's a lot of time left in this ball game to commit a foul and then draw up something where you get a good look offensively.
Well, the first thing the Heat have to do before they get to the free throw line is get the ball in. How many times did we see last year where Lamar Odom, who can't do it tonight, made it difficult to get the ball in against Denver? They've got to get the ball in oversized and over length.
So we still have 4.3 remaining. That is plenty of time. In terms of timeouts left, the Lakers have a 20 left, and the Heat have a 20. So if they have trouble getting it in, they can still call time.
And what I didn't like that last possession, taking it out of bounds, Quentin Richardson, but I didn't like the other guys. I didn't see anybody say, get me the basketball, I want to get fouled and go to the line. Too many guys going away from the basketball, not looking to come to it and knock down free throws.
And because of the timeout call, they can now advance the ball into the front court. Richardson will inbound. They put the big guy, Bynum, on him. Wade, Chalmers, O'Neal, and Haslam in the game. You can throw it in the backcourt. Wade gets free. They get to Wade in the corner. And Wade is fouled with 3.2 remaining. And now Wade will go to the line to try and give the Heat a 3-point lead.
Heat actually were trying to get Chalmers the ball in the backcourt, but a good job by Shannon Brown. How about Dwayne Wade working to get open, takes the contact, but he wanted the basketball. That's how you create an opening.
The Lakers still have the time, so if Wade hits these free throws, even if he misses, they'll no doubt call timeout in advance. The question will be, I was going to say, if he hits both and it's a 3-point game, does Miami foul? But that's a non-issue right now. 15 missed free throws by the Heat, although they've hit some big ones here in the fourth. That one could prove to be critical. And it's a 2-point game. Timeout, Lakers. Phil Jackson will draw up a play. 3.2 seconds remaining. Plenty of time to get off a quality shot.
Plenty of time for a team with plenty of weapons. Across the floor, they have weapons that can make you pay the price. So expect the ball in the hands of Bryant, and then you have to respect the finishing ability of Bynum, the Gasol on the post, and also the knockdown ability of Fisher in Artest.
Two of the NBA's great players putting on a show here in the fourth quarter. Kobe Bryant, 14 points in the fourth, 30 for the game. Wade, 12 points in the fourth, 26 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds for the game.
To me, the Heat, by the way they play the inbounder, have got to try to crack Bryant to make the initial catch go to somebody else. And I am going to disregard Vujacic. I am not. If a guy who's cold coming off the bench makes an open shot, I can live with it and go home.
And I disagree with putting him in the ball game. You need a 2. Andrew Bynum's presence in the paint will create some space for everybody else.
Lakers do not have any timeouts. The Heat in the penalty, so they can't foul. Wade is guarding Bryant. Artest looking, gets it to Bryant. Bryant dribbling, has to put it up at the buzzer. Banks it in! Oh, he banks in the 3! And the Lakers win the game! The officials have to review it, but they're celebrating already here at the Staples Center.
And that was so well defended by Miami. They put 2 on Wade to make the catch hard. He had no good look, and that is just greatness personified. Tremendous defense by Miami. The only thing I said is Haslam should have stayed on it. But when you get beat on that, you just go to the locker room and say, I couldn't have done anything about it.
And he clearly got it off in time. What a tough shot, banking in the 3. And the Lakers survived to win their 8th in a row. What a disappointing loss for the Miami Heat, who played so well here in the fourth quarter. But Kobe Bryant with 17 fourth quarter points sends this place crazy. And the fans with a standing ovation for the Lakers. Let's go to Doris Burke with the hero of tonight's game.
Yeah, very happy Kobe Bryant. Kobe, I don't know how close that was to what Phil diagrammed, but take us through that last sequence.
I just had to get open at all costs because we had no more timeouts left. I caught the ball out a lot further than I would like. And what can I say? I just hit a lucky shot.
You started to percolate a little bit in the third. You erupted in the fourth. What changed for you?
Well, you know, D and I both tried to get something going. You know, we knew both of our teams needed our offense to get over the top. And, I mean, he's just a tough guard to play off of those pick and rolls. I mean, he's so quick coming off of that thing, and he gave us nightmares in the fourth.
Phil Jackson talked about stops and starts as being a very uneven game. What does it say about this team's ability to win in this kind of circumstance?
You know, we can battle through it. You know, we haven't had a close game in a while, so this is good for us. And we showed a lot of poise down the stretch in terms of, you know, gutting this one out.
Kobe, thank you.
You got it.
Mike.
The best record in the NBA now improves to 15-3. 8 straight wins, and what a thrilling night here at the Staples Center. And again, such a disappointing ending after a hard-fought game by the Miami Heat.
And here's a guy that's honest, because I'd have said this is a shot I work on all the time. He says, hey, just a lucky shot. Good defense. I was fortunate enough to get a good look. The coach talked about it. That is greatness. That's Kobe Bryant.
And remember Fisher's three-pointer prior to that, setting it up to ensure a win for the Lakers. As a number of players making big plays on both teams down the stretch. A terrific NBA game here tonight in Los Angeles. So the final score, the Lakers 108 and the Heat 107. Up next on ESPN at Sports Center. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Mark Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy, Doris Burke, and our entire ESPN crew. This is Mike Green saying so long from Los Angeles as the Lakers win a thriller over the Heat.